And of course, my dumb husband comments saying, "Shut up, Banshee," when I'm not even speaking. But anyhow, hermanito! First, wait. You know, first, Vector was first, not you, Giga. But still, hermanito, how are you? Oh, Mr. Roman, it is finally done. Is my soul's taken already? You know, let me tell you a little secret, Roman. Your soul already has been taken ever since you hit that follow. Your soul is already mine. So, yeah. You fall into my trap. Anyhow. Ah, Senhel, what's wrong, Zero? Little bro, I lost my shoe. Okay. How is that an emergency? I failed to notice. Why is that an emergency? Perfect then. Oh my god. Stop twerking in chat, Mr. Roman. You look under your shoe. Ah! Why are you screaming? Why is that even an emergency? Okay, sorry, same. That's all. How is your day, everyone? I don't have feet. Yes, you do. You just barefooted. Oh my god. So dramatic. Are you so dramatic? I don't know what to tell you. Look, you need to look in your room. Do you have chicken feet? Ah! I can imagine him having chicken feet. I miss you too, to my sister. Miss you too, little bro. Bonk. Okay, you ruined it. Yo, no, you bonky Roman. Right? You bonky Roman. I lost my brain once again. Oh. Oh my god. You guys are too much. Anyhow, last time we left off, basically, we figured out that basically we're in a dead game, such as like Danganronpa, but I feel like Danganronpa was more graphic than this game. But anyhow, basically, if I understand correctly, the enemy teams, we don't know their names, we just know by Roman numbers, which I suck at. But anyhow, besides the point, you know, the enemy team, basically, we need to figure out the other people's card, if I'm mistaken, and, you know, to kill the other person. It's like one last man standing, and one of them is one of our friends that I hate so much. I mean, yeah, I hate her. I hate her. So, one of our friends is participating in that game. Of course, against her will, by the way. But still don't like her attitude. And what I'm getting from her is she's had a crush on our main character, and it's annoying because she's... Anyway, so yeah, right now we gotta talk to her about the situation. She's tried to avoid us since this morning. You know, that's all we left off. I just find it dramatic. That's it. Anyhow, so let's start. Yeah, we were left off here. Okay. I don't know the full story, but her parents got divorced, so it's just her and her mom at home. I think what's worse, her mom isn't in the best condition, so she struggles to keep a consistent income. Yeah, I get it. I do feel it. I'm not be working for the money myself, but I can't really compare myself with Miharu when I got my grand supporting me. Speaking of which, she mentioned once that most of the money she makes comes from a real estate. She always brushed me off when I tried to dig deeper into it. Maybe she's saying something, who knows? Or maybe she's lying. I won't let that pass.
それで僕と話したかったんだよね。なんだい？僕は期待してもいいの？
Anyway, you wanted to speak with me, right? Is it alright if I get my hopes up? And this is why I don't like this bitch. By the way, she's 14. And she looks like a woman, by the way. But anyhow, besides the point, I don't date babies. And she's annoying. And I don't like your personality. I don't like attitude. I don't like. So, anyhow, yes, you're gonna get your hopes up.
分かってるでしょ。長くなるから座りなよ。
You know exactly what it is about. This take a while, so grab a seat. I take my apron off and move to sit down with her.
長くなんてならないよ。この話はすぐに終わる。
Mr. Roman, sorry? Where's the 14 at though? That's what I said yesterday. Because how I found out? Google. I found out in Google. Because one of the viewers, they're like, oh my, like, she looks so beautiful in her May outfit. How old is she, by the way? And when I look at it, it's like, 14! 14! Like, they're babies! Like, what the fuck? Aslano, hello. Aslano, I'm gonna ask you something. I'm glad that you're here. I'm gonna ask you something. Why you recommend me this game? This is full of 14, year babies trying to flirt with me. So anyhow, Miharu is 17. Why ain't Google saying that she's 14? I don't know, but she's not. Okay. So you want me to take your word over Google, Aslano? She better mention her age in this game. And by the way, I don't like Mahiru, I don't like her. She has a nasty attitude towards Naomi, and she's too clingy. Won't take long at all, actually. What do you mean, bitch? Ask me before I can take my seat and then continue.
夢の世界、女神の選定というのは僕も見た。だから僕たちが死んでしまっているのは事実だ。
I saw what unfolded in that dream world myself. There's no denying that both of us should be dead right now. That is, I guess that's true. I'll send you a link on Discord to the wiki. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Still don't like Mimahiru. I don't give up. I don't like her.
どうやら君は
Why? What you fuck? It's either burn or bunk with you. It seems like you don't quite remember the details of how it happened, though. No, I don't, I guess.
あの後思い出したよ。まだ記憶はぐちゃぐちゃしてるけど、女神とかいう女の子に会ったのは昨日が初めてじゃないことも。
It came back to me afterwards. My memory still jumbled up, but now I know that last night wasn't the first time I met that girl or goddess, whatever you want to call her.
くす。なら話が早い。
Why you don't like her?
必ず。
Are you seriously asking me that, Aslano? I don't like her because, first she's clingy, and I'm like, oh. And then second, she's so rude to that poor Naomi. Like, why did you ruin her? And then she ignored my message because I learned the truth that we're in this game and whatnot. If you truly are my friend, then, let's work together to figure out how we can get out of this. That's first. Second, that shows me that you're not my friend by ignoring me. Then that means you wanna save yourself. Fine, I'll save myself too, bitch. Anyhow, Rinka is bae though. Okay, Rinka. Oh well, Rinka. Sometimes she's slow because she asks some questions that Rinka. Read the room, Rinka. Wait, okay, guess what? Just guess what's what do you want me to guess? Don't bully Rinka. I'm not bullying. You're just gonna see. You're gonna see what I mean. Because there's some scenario I'm like, Rinka, what the fuck are you asking? Read the room, man. You are adorable little sister. Ah, wait, little? Little? I am beautiful and not little. Let her cook. Oh my god. So defensive. So defensive, Aslano. That makes things simple. Then we both need to make it through the end. Say this with a radiant smile.
どうして笑えるの？
How can you smile at a time like this? When I see her smile, I can stop my gut feeling from taking over. I lose my self-control the moment she confirms that divine selection is real. Everything I've been holding back since waking up from that dreams come pouring out.
簡単さ。君は僕が参加していなかったのならば、生き残ると決意できたよね。
It's simple. You wouldn't have had any doubts about wanting to survive if I wasn't a participant, correct?
リンカは優しいから、それを口にすることは僕が本来の運命に戻る。死ぬのだと認めてしまうと心を痛めている。
But the fact that the bitch still
そんな
talking
選択肢は選べない。
because you're short. That's why I said little sister. I am not short. I am fun size. But the fact that I am means you can summon those survival instincts now. The idea of doing so in exchange for my life pains far too much. That's just the type of person you are.
でもいいんだよ。だってこの命は君に捧げようと思っている。
You don't need to worry about that, though. I'm fully prepared to give my life for you. No one asked you. I don't want your life. Get away from me.
ミハル、何を？
Excuse me, what did you just say? Oh my god. I don't like this bitch. You art style. Oh, yeah, the art style is very cute. Fun size. Shut up, Aslano. Fun size short. You bitch. How are you, Tenchi? How was your day?
簡単なことだよ。僕はリンカか自分のどちらかしか生きられないとなったら、迷うことなくリンカの命を選ぶ。
Like I said, it's simple. If I given the choice between either of our lives, I choose yours in a heartbeat. Yeah, right. And I don't want your help. I don't want that type of help. Aslano, bite-sized wicked. I'm not bite-sized and you cannot hear me. Do you understand me? You cannot eat me, Aslano. You can.
ふざけんなよ。そんなこと言わないでよ。
What the hell? Don't say that like it doesn't mean anything.
気軽に言うことじゃない。そんなの冗談でもやめてよ。
Don't even joke about something like that.
ごめん。どなた？
Sorry, I shouldn't have shouted. I break eye contact with her, giving myself a moment to regroup. Miharu replies by shaking her head while deciding on her next words.
覚悟があるから言えるんだ。
I say this with the almost conviction.
それに選定の参加者は全員が生に固執していると言っていいだろう。甘いことを言っていたら君は死んでしまう。
Besides, I think it's safe to say that every other participant is adamant on surviving too. Getting caught up in kindness spells certain death for you.
ミハルはどうして冷静でいられるの？
How can you be so calm about all of this? As much as I don't want to think about it, she has a cause of death of her own as well. That moment undoubtedly etched into her mind. My own death shocked me so much that my brain tried to block it out, and yet she's here acting like it's no big. I don't understand how she does it.
君のためさ。
Because I'm doing this for your sake. Let me see what you're saying. Yeah, you never let me eat you. Yeah, no wonder I don't. Not very nice. Nice for you not to eat me. Can you hear yourself, Aslano? What has happened in the divine selection so far? Basically, the bitch that we met, which she has the mask when she entered the coffee shop, I guess she got eliminated by the hunk of a guy. It's just a muscle guy. He was always serious and he goes straight to the point and he eliminated her. That's what's left, and I guess a week has passed. I guess.
今日話せてよかった。やはり君はきっと他の参加者を出し抜いたりすることはできない。
I'm glad we got to talk about this. You really don't have it in you to take the initiative, huh?
僕の情報は民家には教えないでおこう。
I'm best
狙わ
off.
れるリスクが増えるの
Shut
は嫌だ
up.
からね。
I'm best off not giving you information about me. Then the last thing I want is more people going after you.
学校では普通でいいよ。君は生き残るのだから日常に支障が出てはいけない。
It's like normal at school too. You make it through this so you can't let anything disrupt your day-to-day life.
民家も最大限の努力をしてくれ。君が死んだらその時点で僕の脱落は決まったようなものだ。
I need you to work with me as much as possible, though. Your death will spell my own inevitable elimination. Finish her spiral before spacing away from me.
必ず君を守る。
I'll do whatever it takes to protect you. I didn't ask for your help anyway. I can open my mouth, not even after she left my line of sight. I've forgotten to ask her about her own personal cards, as well as the reason behind me not obtaining any cards related to her. I think it's best to work up separate ways. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none. I make no progress for several days as I wait for this round of divine selection to come. I start to teach Naomi how to brew coffee, but I continue banter with Haru and Mao. None of this helps to ease my heart, though. I can feel myself being pressured more and more by the reality that I become a participant in divine selection again. You don't trust me? You know what? No, because if I turn around, I will know that you're gonna bite my tail. If I turn around, I know you're gonna eat the whole chat. If I turn around, and I say, "Hey, a murder happened," you go straight to basically to the police and report me as being a suspect. That's why I don't trust you, Aslano. I wouldn't. You wouldn't. Let me inform you what happened down Rampa. A murder happened. I'm like, oh my god, me freaking out, and then you appear in chat late, by the way, saying, "What have you done?" But I had nothing. I had done nothing. I lost my mind. Zero, when you do not lose your mind. If you kill someone, I will debate the body and the evidence will be gone. Oh my god. You'll be a terrifying foe in this game then, Aslano. Wicked, I need a hug. Oh my god, I'm gonna hug you. Here. Does it feel better? Zero, I'm hugging you. Are you feeling calm? Wait, will you put it on this? Yes, okay, good. Who is this nerd? There are people in this world who doesn't deserve to live, and I never had any issues counting myself among them. I spent my life stealing and killing as part of the mafia in southern Italy. I got to where I am today through countless betrayals. Also, he likes me. I was never in the big leagues, but I managed to find success after success as a mafioso. I miss. Oh my god. I know Fuyuhiko was not in the mafia. He was oh my god, in the Yakuza, yeah. I miss him. A little bit. A little bit. Oh. No, Mondo. Oh. I miss my man too. That muscly hotness. I miss him. And do you know I messed up when I shouldn't have and well died. Success wasn't imperative in the world I live in. The key was to avoid failing, because a single failure meant you'd be 6 feet under, and that's exactly what happened to me. Funny though, turns out Lady Luck is impartial when it comes to who gives her blessings. Getting tossed into divine selection means I had the opportunity to live on. By my mistake, I've been given a new lesson on life. I might not deserve to live, but that's irrelevant in the face of my desire to do so. So long as that desire is there, nothing else matters. That the Federico Carminati way of life. I fail only once in my life, and I'm determined to keep it that way. I guess Layla isn't the only one to pay me a visit, though. Her much less unfortunate sister had made sure to stop by too. Look like a shark. Hey, Space Cadet, do you copy? This charming individual is Odette Melancon. Much like me, she a participant in divine selection. Under normal circumstances, we should be aiming to eliminate each other, but we agreed to help one another out for the time being. Well, I guess it'd be more accurate to say that she forced me into that truth. Nothing much, thinking about something. How about you focus on the grub instead? I ain't about to let good Chinese cooking go to waste, Capricorno. Use Capricorno as my code name when we're speaking. It's based on my zodiac sign. The third Virgi, I don't know, is how I refer to her. My only issue is that pronouncing French words is kinda tricky for an Italian like myself. Anyway, I'm the one that suggested using code names. I did that mainly because our names are valuable info when it comes to eliminating others in divine selection. Neither of us are supposed to know each other's real name. Knowing her, she probably used some connections to pull my name out of the lake, but she won't tell me that straight up. Obviously, I know her real name as well, but I haven't told her. That stuff to ourselves is the reason our current relationship works in the first place.
しかし、ここが北京でよかった。中華料理の中で、私は北京料理ってのが一番好きだからね。
But I admit, I couldn't be any happier that we're in Beijing. You ain't gonna find better Chinese grub anywhere.
もともとが新王朝の宮廷料理だからな。タレの味が丁寧なんだ。それに、寒い北京の気候に合わせてカロリーが高い。味も重要だが、私みたいな海の女にはカロリーが必要だ。
They served this stuff to the old emperors of the Qing dynasty, so even the sauces are perfect. That smart is loaded with calories to combat the cold climate here. For a gal who lives in the sea, the perfect blend of taste and calories is just what I need.
特にこの北京ダックっていうのは中国の最大の発明じゃないかと思ってる。油がうまいんだ。
In fact, I argue that this Peking duck right here probably the greatest thing to ever come out of China. Fat never tasted this good.
フォアグラ用のガチョウといい勝負なくらいの残酷な飼育法だが、こううまいんじゃ仕方ない。まずく生まれ変わるしか道はねえからな。
The way it's made is just as horrible as what they do to geese while making foie gras, but it don't change the fact that it's delicious. Least the ducks can do is hope they ain't as tasty in their next life. She shovels more and more food in her mouth the second she quits shopping. This is her third plate of Peking duck. By the way, she had plenty of gyoza and steamed buns in between too. Hard to believe someone from France who ordered food like this, considering how particular they are about their full course meals. Just watching her pick out makes my stomach ache.
ま、つまりだ。世界で一番の料理がフランス料理なのは動かないが、中華料理には2番を与えてやってもいい。
Anyway, what I'm getting at here is that while French food is still the best, I ain't got no issues letting Chinese food play second fiddle.
待てピエールジュ、お前の言葉には苦言を呈したい。2番以下はどこに譲ってもいいが、1番はイタリアンだ。
Now wait just a sec. I don't mind what's second and beyond, but I'm not gonna let you imply that Italian food is anything but the best.
よし、いいだろう。じゃあ今から腕っぷしのいい中国人を呼んできて、フランス人、イタリア人、中国人の中で勝った国の料理が世界一だ。
Fine, let's go find us a well-built Chinese person. Whoever wins in a fight between us three can say their country has the best food.
待て待て、分かった。いや、分かってはいないが、この話題はやめてくれ。
Okay, fine, you win. Well, you don't, but let's change these topics before things escalate. She really will hunt for someone too. Only problem is that it doesn't matter what kind of tank she recruits. She still beat both of us senseless. Ain't many people who can take her in a fist fight, man included. She's the head of the group. Sorry. The head of a group teaming with Tots. Wait, what? Seaman. Oh, Seaman for a reason. Oh my god. Oh my god, I wrote that. Oh my god, I read that.
さてフェデリコ、酒はいるか？この紹興酒ってのは溶かした飴みたいでなかなかうまいぞ。
How about it, Federico? Time for booze? This shall seem you pretty great. It tastes like dissolved candy.
オーデット、あんた。
Give me a break, Odette. Just like that, she baited me into saying her real name.
さっきお前が何を考えてたのか知らないが、無意味な牽制はもうやめねえか。
I don't know what you were thinking about earlier, but how about we quit wasting each other's time with this whole charade?
どういう意味？
What that's supposed to mean? I already know the answer, but I asked anyway. Shucks more shall see you before showing me a big tooty smile.
さあな。だがこの女神の選定とやらでよ。使命って情報は一番すぐにわかる情報じゃねえか。
I wonder. It's pretty obvious that everyone's first move in this divine selection game, or whatever it's gonna be, to get a deck grip on the other participant names.
お前はコードネームで呼び合うことを提案したが、意味ねえんだ。調べればわかることだからな。
You wanted code names, but hey, it ain't gonna stop anyone from finding out our real names.
死因もそうだ。自分の死んだ時間におおよその見当がついているから、時間をかけて調べればおのずと知ることができる。特に私とお前なんかな。
Because of that too, we all died at the same time, so all it takes is a bit of digging to find out how everyone kicked the bucket. Especially when it involves people like us.
言いたいことはわかるな。
My code name is Aslano. That doesn't make any sense. Anyhow, you catch my drift, right?
バカにするな。この選定は未練を探り合う情報戦ってことが言いたいんだろ。それくらいは分かってる。
Yeah, no need to treat me like an idiot. I'm aware that information warfare, the name of the game here. Gotta find out on one's other regret too.
分かった上でコードネームを使うってんだから、お前は小物なんだよ。使命なんて捨てろ捨てろ。
The fact that you wanted to use code names in spite of that proves you're just a small fry. You should forget all about your real name.
だが全員分の未練はカードでランダムに配布されてるじゃねえか。 誰かが俺たちの未練のカードを持っているはずだぜ。
Everyone's regret card was handed out to the other participants at random, right? That means one of them knows yours and one knows mine.
初期カードはランダムなんだから、都合よく私らの情報を3枚揃えられるわけじゃない。
Well, yeah, but there ain't no way someone's luck out and get all 3 pieces of info on either of us when they are handed out at random.
1回目の選定で誰も私らを指名しなかったんだから、運よく揃ったやつはいないってことが明らかになってる。
No one's elected either of us during the first round, which serves as proof.
あのインド人も私らのカードを入手したわけじゃなさそうだしな。もしそうならやれるやつからやってった方が得だ。
Doesn't seem like that Indian guy has our cards either. If he did, then he would gone straight for us since he knows it's best to take out the toughest competition first.
もし最初に配られた3枚で誰かの手元にあんたのカードが揃ってたらどうするつもりだったんだ。
What would you have done if someone just so happened to get all your cards when they were first disrupted?
運命を呪うだけだよ。賭けに負けたって死ぬだけだ。
Nothing much. I just died knowing I lost my bet and cursed my face about it. I really can't stand this woman sometimes. She makes you think she got it all planned out, but she leaves the most crucial bits of luck. Her cautious and rational actions end up getting thrown out the window when she goes wild for no discernible reason. Okay. I honestly don't know what goes on her head. This is the first time I've come across a woman who doesn't just do whatever a man tells them to do. That's because she's a strong woman. Dick. The worst part of it all, though.
まあ最後の2人になるまでは協力関係だ。従わないってんならまた殴ってやるからかかってきな。
Well, either way, we're working together till it's just us two. If you ain't up for it, then let me smack you around some more. That's what she does to resolve everything. She resorts to violence. If she's a violent person, who knows? Shut up! Hello, how are you? I'm doing good, I'm doing good. What's this? This game is called Fatal 12. It has some Danganronpa methods. Obviously, Danganronpa is more graphic, but it's like it's like a group of individuals. They die at the same time, and you know, for some reason they get revived, and that's because the goddess of fate, I guess, revived them and made them play this game. And in this game, you have to basically collect other people's cards because each and every individual receives a book of cards. And I don't know how they get those cards. I'm still playing the game, but you need to get all that individual's cards in order for you to kill them. And there needs to be one last person standing. So one person needs to survive from this game. If you don't, you can get eliminated. Basically, you get erased from existence. So yeah, it's like a mystery. It's like a mystery basically. And at the same time, it's a dating game because people can have crush on you, I guess. And there's a girl who has a crush on my main character, and she's annoying, and I don't like her. I don't like her. Like it's like, and I hate games. I hate games. I want a man. Why are you giving me little girls? I want a man. But yeah, no, I never get what I want. I never get what I want. You're just mad because she had longer hair than you. Man, I have more longer hair. What are you talking about? She's just so annoying because she's clean. Rude. Like, come on, man. I don't like her. And I don't trust her. She sucks. By the way, she's part of this game, by the way. That's what I'm gonna say. I can call her a nasty name out loud, so I just keep the insults to myself.
選定の最後の日には日本にいなくちゃいけないんだろ。なのにどうして俺たちは中国にいるんだ。
Moving on, is there a reason we're in China when we need to be in Japan for the final day of divine selection?
決まってるだろ。私は北京ダックが好きだが、本場では食ったことがなかったんだ。
Ain't it obvious? Much as I love Peking duck, I never been able to eat it right here in Beijing before.
おいおいマジかよ。
You serious?
ついでに宿題の答え合わせをしに来たんだ。
We got some homework to do out here as well.
は？
My cinnamon roll! Hello, how are you? I miss you. Little angel, I miss you.
私たちの船が襲われる直前、中国食品企業の重役さんが会議中に倒れたってニュースが入ってたんだ。
Right before our ship got attacked, I caught wind of a top brass executive for a Chinese food company collapsing during a meeting. As you might guess, Odette is representative for a certain shipping company. Of course, we're talking about this woman, so ain't no way it's a plain old shipping company. Doesn't matter if it involves drugs or even dead bodies, they'll take any job they pay to do. In that regard, you call them smugglers. Their existence is kept in the dark, though, likely because certain governments aren't shy about making use of them. Well, it's not quite accurate to say they'll take up any job, considering Odette makes it a point to turn down anything she considered boring. Certain circumstances led to my hitching a ride on her boat, which is how we ended up cooperating in the first place.
選定で生還した後、気になったんで詳細を調べたんだ。だが、そんな事件の情報はなかった。
I went to look up more info on it after we'd been brought back, but turns out there wasn't any record of the incident at all.
おいそれって。
Hold on, doesn't that mean I can't even take the bite of food in front of my mouth when she says that? She, on the other hand, grabs the bottle of Shaoxing Yu and downs what's left of it in it. I miss you too. I miss you too, Kimmy.
仕事柄、こういう世界の情勢ってのを気にしてないといけないから、私は一度聞いたら忘れねえ。
I gotta keep tabs on this sort of info thanks to my line of work, so I ain't gonna forget about something like that easily.
ローチャンホ、そいつの名前だ。調べ直してみたらまあ、ピンピンしてるみたいだぜ。
His name is Ro Shanho. I dug deeper after that, and here's the kicker. He seems to be alive and well.
ん？
The moment she mentions his name, the book beside her emits a strange light. It is a big, thick, auburn-colored book with some gold leaf decorations on it, but there ain't no pages in it. It's a big hole in the middle when you open it. I got the exact same book. See, it's some kind of card storing book and used for divine selection.
こいつはいい。
Now we're talking. The dull light focuses into a single point once she opens her book. It gradually fades, and in its place is a rectangular piece of paper. Odette catches it while it's hovering in midair.
ローチャンホのカード。つまり、7番の使命のカードで、ビンゴだ。
Bingo. Looks our friend Rose Shanho is numero, well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm stuck at this. Okay.
マジかよ、こんな簡単に。
Damn, that was easy. That girl who was going on about being a goddess mentioned that the cause of all our deaths has been undone. The fact that Odette was able to notice such paradox proves that the girl wasn't lying.
こうなりゃ当てずっぽうだ。ローは太っていたな。ってことは、糖尿病を患ってたかもしれない。
Now we gotta play the guessing game. He was a fatso, so he might have diabetes.
そうなると低血糖。 いや、企業の重役に上り詰めたやつが命に関わるミスを犯すとは思えない。会議中に突然死。脳梗塞か心筋梗塞だな。
Which means he could die from a low blood sugar. Then again, I can see a big wig like him not taking the proper precautions. So if something killed him unexpectedly, then it'd be more than likely have been a stroke or a heart attack.
カードは出ないな。
No love from the cards, huh? She calls it a guessing game. But she certainly isn't taking stabs in the dark. Does the fact that a card didn't appear mean she's not on the right track?
いや、カードが生成されるには条件があんのかもしれねえな。ローの名前に気づいていたのに、今までカードが出なかったのはなぜだ。
Maybe there's some kind of condition that causes the cards to appear. How come Rogue name card never appeared before now, even though I learned about him earlier?
わかるかよそんなもん。他にいないか迷ってみたらどうだ。
Hell if I know. Guess you gotta think a little harder if you're that unsure.
お前も考えろってんだ。いや待てよ。迷う。さっきの私は迷っていた。私の確信がなかった。
How about you help me out here? Wait a minute. I thought about a few other possibilities just now, but I wasn't sure whether they were right or not.
でかい独り言だな。
You sure love talking to yourself. My attempt to tease her falls on deaf ears. The grin that spreads across her face soon after bursts with confidence.
どちらかといえば確率が高いのは脳梗塞、糖尿病の合併症で会議中突発的に起きてもおかしくはない。これでどうだ。
Between a stroke and a heart attack, I bet that he suffered the former. Wouldn't be surprising if his diabetes caused him to have one out of the blue during his meeting. How's that sound? She directs her question towards the book as if it's a nod back. Amazingly enough, it does respond. It reacts the same way as when she obtained Royal Name Card.
7番の死因、脳梗塞。今回はどうにかなったが、単純な当てずっぽうじゃダメみたいだ。一個分かったルールは、確信を持たないとカード化されないってとこだが、かなり曖昧だな。
Numero 12, cause of death was a stroke. Things went well this time, but it seems one of the rules is that you gotta believe in your answer to make a card appear. Can't expect a result from blind guessing, even though it all seems kinda ambitious. Let me see what you guys are saying. I posted 2 videos from Cookie Run Kingdom. The last short, I think, and the first one is long. Oh, I love that game. I love sorry. I like the Cookie Run Kingdom. I love that. Why her eyes like that? I don't know. What's that? Little oh. Forza's here. Kenny, go snuggle with Forza.
確信ね。
Gotta believe in it, huh? I should mention that Odette went through that entire. I should mention that Odette went through that entire process while she continued to chow down her food. I planned on going easy on the booze so I could stay rational, but I ended up drowning my drink as well. I figured that being stuck with her is a bad thing, but on the other hand, it might be perfect for me. This woman is gonna be useful. It's not often that you find someone who got the brains to match the bronze, so I should be able to get rid of anyone in my way with her around. Why would she cooperate with me though? Maybe she figures I have all the info I need on her. She's doing this to make sure I don't hand anything off to the other participants. We're on the same boat when it's sent, so naturally you think we both die the same way. And since I got her name in cause of death, she wants to keep me back. What she doesn't know is that I don't actually know her cause of death. shouldn't know mine either. Mine died when the ship was attacked, but the actual causes weren't by drowning or from fire. Reality, the only info we have on each other is our names. Odette's just making it seem like she knows more so she can have leverage over me. Basically, this whole cooperation thing is a front so that she can get her hands on my info for when we are the last two remaining.
いい食いっぷりになったじゃねえか。
Now that they kind of showing down, I like to see.
この店にある一番いいワインを持ってきてくれ。
Bring us the best wine you got.
いいぜ、付き合ってやる。
Yeah, got me in. The most important challenge of my life is about to begin. I ain't about to fail, and I certainly ain't gonna let her drink me under the table. See what you guys saying? I happen to see my baby brother and my beautiful queen. Ah, I'm happy to see you both. You're both adorable. Thank you, Forza. Thank you. Then we end up drinking till all the wine in the restaurant is gone. Amazingly enough, she pops open another bottle back at the hotel as a substitute for water. I'm not about to join her, so I go back to my room and sleep. The next morning, I noticed that I had Rose's card in my own book too. Later that day, Odette gets me to start telling him. Needless to say, this is for the sake of getting information regarding his regret. The divine selection takes place at 12 p.m. on a Sunday SC, so we'll be in a good spot if we manage to get all 3 pieces of info on him before then. As for why I'm telling him on my own, well, Odette's down with a hangover. Not in the way you imagine, though. She ain't suffering in bed. She's pissed off and screaming at everyone and everything. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. Can't believe she's making me second guess her usefulness just one day later.
やべえぞ、オデット。
Odette, this ain't good. Not long after I start telling him, I had to rush back to the hotel to get Odette. Rogue Company was located in one of those fancy high-class buildings in the middle of Beijing City. I lost sight of him thanks to it being so crowded, but I managed to learn his plans. A few minutes after entering the building, he made his way back out, acting as someone there on official business. I asked the front desk about his schedule, to which they replied he was leaving on a business trip. They were hesitant about revealing the destination at first, but I managed to get them to reveal that he'd be staying in Taiwan from 3 days while visiting their local branch. Turns out we can hop on the same flight as him if we haul ass over to the airport.
やつは今日から台湾へ出張だ。追うぞ。とっとと準備をしろ。
He's on his way to Taiwan, so get moving, we're going after him. I knocked on her door, fully expecting her to flip out at me. Imagine my surprise when she thrust out the room, all ready to go, luggage and all. As an aside, our phones and credit cards were perfectly intact by our washing up shore, so we didn't have any issues buying whatever gear we needed.
ちょうどチェックアウトの連絡をしたところだ。
I just told the front desk that we'd be checking out.
は？
What?
私がその情報を掴んでないと思ったか？昨日の時点ですでに分かってたんだよ。
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I was fully aware of his plans when we hashed things out last night.
じゃあどうして俺に尾行させたんだよ。
Why you get me to tell him then?
協力関係だ。頼られてばっかりじゃ私の損だろ。この程度の情報もつかめないんだったら協力関係を破棄してやろうと試してたのさ。
Ain't much of a co-op if I'm doing all the ops. Know what I mean? I plan on calling the whole thing off if you couldn't get your hands on such basic info. She dropped that bombshell on me like it's casual greeting. The fact that she doesn't mention what she put with me if I fail her a little test proves how twisted she is. Why do I gotta be tested in the first place?
食えない女
You're a bit too sly for your own good.
何か言ったか？
What's that?
でもねえよ。
Nothing. We leave the hotel after I rush to get my stuff together. What did I miss and who the attractive lady? Basically, we are seeing the other player's point of view, I guess. The other one is in a mafioso, Italian mafioso, and she's a French lady who owns our organization by smuggling stuff. So yeah, she's trying to figure out, they both are working together and they're trying to figure out the other player's motives. That's where we left off. Let me drink some water. I like the song though. It's so calming. Oh wait, I love drinking water. Having made it on time to catch the same flight as Ro, we make our way to our hotel in Taiwan after our landing. In the same hotel he's staying in, so we choose a room far enough away from his, and then discuss our next move over some wine and cheese.
しかしビビったぜ。あんた飛行機の中でローを探すんだから。
Gotta hand it to ya. I didn't think you tried to find him on the flight itself.
生意気にビジネスクラスに乗ってやがったからロビーで見つからなかったんだ。ま、エコノミーじゃ出っ張った腹が邪魔だろうがな。
Well, I couldn't find him in the flight lobby since he had the nerve to fly business class. Then again, it's probably best that he did, since that stomach of his will just piss off everyone in the economy.
偶然座席が余っててアップグレードできたんで到着ロビーから尾行してホテルを突き止められた。結果オーライだな。
Glad I was able to upgrade to business class myself, though. Managed to tail him from the arrival lounge to his hotel because of that.
ビジネスクラスでいい思いをしたのはあんただけな。あんたは選定の場所で顔が割れてるんだぜ。ローが騒いだりしたらどうするつもりだったんだ。
Meanwhile, I was stranded in the economy. You do realize the other participants know your face, right? What would you have done if he noticed and started to panic?
そんなこと警戒すらしてなかったみたいだ。まさか私ら選定の参加者が中国まで追ってきてるとは思ってないみたいだ。
He didn't seem bothered. Probably doesn't expect other participants to make their way out to China to find him.
いや、それ以前に平然と仕事をして暮らしているあたり、あれはもしかしたら選定そのものを信じていない可能性もあるな。
In fact, the way he's working and going about his daily life may mean that he doesn't actually believe that divine selection is happening.
まともな大人なら信じないだろあんなもん。俺もあんたと一緒に漂着したから信じたってもんだ。
True, most of us wouldn't believe that crap. Only reason I did is because we both washed ashore together. She agrees nihilistically before continuing.
自分の死を冷静に認識できてればどうして生きているって疑問が浮かぶんだけどな。そうなりゃ選定とやらの存在を信じざるを得ない。
Surely you have some questions about how you're still alive if you're aware that you died, though. Seems like enough to believe that his whole situation's for real.
そんな風にぶっ飛んでんのはあんただけだ。
Pretty sure you're the only one with enough screw loose to reach that conclusion.
そんなことより滞在期間気にならないか。
More importantly, something is fishy about how long he stayed here, wouldn't you say? I grabbed some squares of cheese as posed that question to her. Once I confirmed that she reacted to it, I continue.
会社で聞いた時のあいつの出張期間は2泊。だがフロントで聞いたら、いや、問い詰めたらロはここに1泊しかしないらしい。
The people at his work said he'd be gone for 2 nights and 3 days, but the front desk here said he only here for tonight.
お前、ローに報告がいかないようにうまくやったんだろうな。
I hope you make sure he won't find out about your snooping.
鳥もよだ。クレーマーのふりをしてロの部屋がうるさい、部屋を変えてくれって言ってやった。そしたらフロントのやつは明日までだから我慢してくれって答えたんだ。
Damn right I did. I started shouting at them about how being too noisy and that they should fix things, only for them to tell me to deal with it since he's leaving in the morning.
まあ旧大点か。確かにそいつは妙だな。あいつは明日に台湾支社へ行って明後日には工場の視察に行く予定になっているはずだ。
I guess that works. Still, that's odd. From what I gather, he's visiting the Taiwan branch tomorrow and one of their factories the day after.
どちらもこのホテルからのアクセスは悪くないはずだが。
This hotel is pretty ideal for getting to both locations too.
まあいい。ならお前は明日も張り込みを頼む。私は別の視点から調べ物をしてみる。
Oh well, just tell him again tomorrow. I'll do my own digging in the meantime.
はあ？なんだよそれ。
Am I being a bit more specific?
今日は飯だ。台湾料理はまだ食ってないからな。私は海の幸にはうるさいが、どれ、地中海料理との違いを堪能してやろうぜ。
Let's forget about it for now and focus on tonight's grub. I still haven't had Taiwanese food yet, so I'm curious how it stacks up against good old Mediterranean.
ま、いずれにせよ早まってロを問い詰めたりしたら逆効果だしな。
Well, guess we're best off not rushing things and messing it all up. We split the rest of the wine between us and finish off the cheese.
地中海はフランスのもんじゃなくイタリアのもんだ。海の幸の比較なら俺の方が適任だわな。
Hey, just to be clear, Mediterranean cuisine belongs to Italy and not France. If anyone's gonna compare its quality to the seafood here, then it's me. The major thing I take away from yesterday's activity is that, surprisingly, Taiwanese food ain't half bad. Yeah, they could work on their presentation a bit, but those steamed shrimp buns were delicious. Could see myself getting hooked on those rice noodles too. Don't let me forget the spicy stuff either. Adding some daojiayin and thyme really create a perfect and rich balance between sweet and sour. Oops, that's enough. Odette is impression for one day. What? Even though my stomach regrets eating so much last night, here I am in the hotel parking lot early in the morning waiting for Ro. Once I see him leave in the taxi, I make sure to follow. And now I've been sitting around outside his company building for a good part of the day. Boring as hell, but I'm used to waiting by this point. The streets of Taiwan really are an interesting sight, though. You can get a good hour's worth of entertainment from people watching. Too bad I still got another 7 hours left. After what feels like eternity, I finally spot him leaving the building.
来たな。
Here we go. I figure he'll make his way back to by taxi too, but it looks like he's moving instead. It's entirely possible that the people at the front desk told me he'd only be staying one night just to get rid of me. But the fact that he not going straight back by taxi proves nothing. He could be going out for a meal with someone first. That much is normal for a corporate bigwig like him. As it turns out, he ended up at an Italian restaurant in town. Restaurant to be accurate. Italian restaurants are split into restaurantes, trattorias, and osterias. Restaurantes are the fanciest of the three.
おお、いい趣味してるじゃねえか。
At least he has good taste. The glass paneling makes the restaurant easy to keep an eye on, so I walked into a cafe directly across the street. It got a glass paneling as well, so there's no danger of losing track of him. I order an espresso and a dump plenty of sugar into it. It's gonna be a struggle to make this last as long as a ristorante meal, but I gotta deal with it. As far as I can tell, it seems like a real fancy joint. Looks like he made a reservation. Jogging by now, gets taken to his seat by one of the staff right away. Soon after, someone takes a seat across from him. A young woman, she's wearing one of those glitzy red dresses that dirty old geezers drool over. I'm pretty sure she got a family, but it doesn't take much for me to catch on what this is about. She ain't my type, but there's no denying that she is a looker. Doesn't seem like a random hostess either.
なるほど。ま、役員なんてのはこんなもんかね。
Hardly surprising, considering the kind of person he is, I guess. Having discovered their relationship, I spent the rest of my time watching them enjoy their meal. Guess he picked out a wine beforehand. Gotta hand it to him. Red wine like that, it will send any woman over the moon, assuming they got a good taste. It's just a shame he's using his bread to wipe up the leftover pasta sauce. Just gonna make that woman feel ashamed to be with you, buddy. The restaurant seems like it's more on the expensive end compared to the others around here too. Chances are he started doing it to these type of places more often once he hit a certain age. That's the appropriate matters, but sticking to them and also dropping old habits can prove to be tricky. Not like anyone's gonna call him out for it, considering his age and position. 3 hours pass before they finish eating and enjoying their after-dinner espresso. I get myself ready to leave while Ro pays for the whole thing by card. Fortunately, I know exactly what their plan is after this, probably because I do the same thing. Once they leave and get into the taxi, I jump into another one and follow them. They ended up making their way back to the woman's apartment, so after I confirmed that they'd gone inside, I returned to the hotel. I don't know much about Taiwanese dogs, but some breed I never seen before came out to greet them both when they arrived at her place.
遅かったじゃねえか。
Took your damn time.
まあな。どうだ、そっちは。
Part of the job, how did things go on your end? She waved her hand in dismissal. Guess she wasn't able to learn anything interesting, so now she's pissed off. Meanwhile, I'm feeling pretty great because I got my hands on some crucial info.
じゃあ、情報を手に入れたのは俺だけってことかな。
Looks like I'm the only one who come out of this with more info then.
もったいぶらずにとっとと言いやがれば赤チン。
Quit bragging and spit it out, asshole. Yep, she's pissed alright. I have a quick sign before explaining what I saw.
ロの野郎、真面目な顔して女と合流してやがった。
A respectable businessman was out meeting a woman.
女？家族じゃないな。妻も3人の子供もまだ北京に住んでいるはずだ。
Not a family. I assume his wife and 3 kids should still be in Beijing.
ああ、若い女だったぜ。ありゃ愛人だな。ご丁寧にマンションに入るときキスをしてやがった。
Right, she was young one. No doubt she's his lover, considering they share a little kiss before heading into her apartment.
悪趣味なやつだな。
What a scumbag.
だろ、あの太っちょ、真面目そうな顔した愛人作ってやがったんだ。犬にも懐かれてるみたいだから相当通い詰めてるぜ。
Right? The fatty acts all respectable when he's got a hot little dish on the side. Even her dog seemed attached to him, so there's no doubt he visits often.
犬にもね。おっと、悪趣味なのはお前だぜ。中年男の恋事情を覗き見してんだからさ。
but I was talking about you. What kind of person spies on a middle-aged man at fairs like that? You sent him to spy on the... Okay, I'm done.
あんたイラついてるからってそりゃねえぜ。
You can't accuse me of whatever you want just cause you're pissed off.
ともかくだ。こいつの未練は愛人で決まりだな。
Anyway, it's pretty much a given that his regret has to do with his lover. Our last two attempts were regarding his family and work, but neither caused a car to appear. Might been because we weren't entirely certain. Snuggle! Kenny, snuggle! Yeah. Might been because we weren't entirely certain, but a part of me felt that we just weren't on the right track. Oh, voices in my head. I hope you guys are comfortable. I'm confident about this one though, which is why I direct my comment to the book, expecting it to turn out a card for me.
おい、どうなんだ？愛人で間違いないはずだろ。
Come on, what is this crap? It's gonna be his lover. All that follows is a brief period of absolute silence. That's the sound of the air conditioning humming away in the background.
残念。読みが甘かったみたいだな。あれだけ自信満々で反応しないんだから、情報自体が間違ってるってことだろうな。
Looks like you didn't dig deep enough. The fact that nothing happened despite your misplaced confidence proves you're wrong. I have no comeback. All I can do is begrudgingly jam a cigarette in my mouth.
吸うなら喫煙所へ行ってくれ。私はタバコの煙が嫌いなんだ。
Mind going to the smoking area? I really can't handle the smell of those things.
やり直しかよ。おい、また明日あいつを追うんだな。
Ugh, guess we gotta start over. Want me to tell him again tomorrow? She flashes me her standard grin in response.
お前にはまた尾行をしてもらおうかな。私は今度こそ尻尾を掴んでやるさ。
I guess you can have fun doing that again. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure I get the right dirt on him this time around.
好きにしてくれよ。今頃ロが愛人とよろしくかよ。
Whatever, can't believe he's screwing around with his lover while I'm stuck in here. I find myself eyeing Odette after saying that, but nah, I wouldn't go at it with someone like her even if she asked. Why not? She's hot. Like, dude, maybe that's not his type though. I head out to have a smoke after that, a little annoyed at myself for even considering that option. Yes. Anyhow, I'm very comfortable here. Same. I'm glad that you both are comfortable. Done. We leave Taiwan in the morning and check back into the same hotel as before we went get back to Beijing. I part ways with Odette, who says she has something she wants to look into. Then I start tailing Ro again. Getting anything worthwhile regarding his regret as he goes about his daily business proves to be a lot more difficult than expected. So I make my way back to the hotel after I confirm that he returned home.
遅かったじゃないか。
Took your time.
あんた、どこへ行ってたの？
And where were you exactly?
まあ、どこでもいいじゃないの。さて、あとは日曜を迎えるだけだし、宴会しに行こう。初日に行った店がいいな。あそこの北京ダックはうまかった。
Oh, nowhere special. We were pretty much done until Sunday. So let's go and celebrate somewhere. How about the place we ate at our first day here? Starting to crave their Peking duck again.
はあ？ロの未練が分かったってのか？
Wait, what? You found out his regret?
ああ、だがお前にはまだ教えない。指名が2人になったら優先権とやらの取り合いになるからな。
Sure did. I ain't telling you though. Last thing I need is the two of us electing him at the same time and having to share our own info. That that goddess did mention something to that effect. Now that I think about it, like if 2 or more people elect the same person, they gotta reveal one piece of their own info to everyone else to get election priority. Sure, you'll be able to get info from the person you eliminate, but you're putting way too much at risk in exchange. But this removing the chances of that happening to us by not telling me. In other words, she doesn't trust me. Can't say I trust her either, though. What you guys saying? Hello, Apple-chan. How are you? How you been?
ところでよ。いい加減怪しまれるぜ、おっさん。
Anyway, how long are you gonna hang around there like a creep geezer?
はあ
Sudden insult takes me aback, but she isn't actually addressing me. She's over the door I entered from. I approach the door, praying that the worst case scenario in my head won't take place, and then open it.
気づかれていたみたいだね。
I see my cover was blown quite fast. What are you doing? Bo-chan-ho, the very man we've been following around, is standing right there. That means he's the one who has been tailing me all along.
いつから気づいて
When did you?
二人で協力していたとは正直意外だったよ。だがどうにも嫌な感じがしてね。最初は裏金を調べに来たマスコミかとも思ったが、君のようなチンピラがそうとは思えなかった。
I admit, the fact that you two are working together took me by surprise. At first, I thought you were part of the press trying to dig into my slush funds, but that didn't seem fitting for a thug like yourself.
チンピラだと
Did you just call me a thug? He continues talking, blandly ignoring me.
オデット・マランソン。私をこそこそ調べていた首謀者は君だね。
I assume you're the one responsible for all of this, Odette Melancon.
ほう、首謀者ときたか。やっぱり私の方が偉そうに見えるってことだね。
Wow, I guess even you're smart enough to realize that I'm the brains of this operation.
そんなことはどうでもいい。
That's irrelevant. He's right. The important bit is that he called her by name, meaning he's in possession of her name card. Made that clear in attempt to bait a response from her. Chances are she realized that as well, which is why she responded the way she did.
夢の世界。なかなか信じられない話ではあったが、夢の中で出会った人物が同じ飛行機の中にいたら信じないわけにはいかんよ。
I did find it difficult to swallow the whole dream role nonsense, but one can help but believe it when someone they saw in a dream winds up on the same flight as them. Oh, there you fucking moron.
君のように目立つ女性は間違えるはずもないしね。
That goes double for a woman who stands out as much as you do. Yeah, she really does stand out. Not only she's pretty damn tall, but she is also built like a tank. You could say she got looks, but those don't stand out as near as much.
確かに目立つぜ
Hey, you ain't wrong about that.
おい、何ニヤニヤしてんだ。
Why are you grinning at, punk?
君こそ笑っている場合ではないのでは。私がなぜわざわざここへ来たと思う。
You may want to wipe that smirk off your face. Surely you understand why I'm here, don't you?
取引だ。私にも家族がいる。こんなところで死ぬわけにはいかないからね。
Let's work something out. I have a family to support, so I can allow myself to die right now.
お前さんは私の死因か未練のどちらかを知っているわけだ。
I take it you know either my cause of death or my regret then. I'm doing great. How about you? I'm glad you're doing great, Apple-chan. I'm doing good. What the hell is going on with her eyes? That I don't know. I am I'm still upset that I still have not get Proloa. No, I get you. I get you. I get upset when I don't get the character that I want. Mostly in the gacha games. Pat, it's like my dear sister. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Forza? Why'd she do that to me? I don't know. I get you. I get you. She takes a deep breath before shaking her head.
両方じゃないな。だったら最初の選定で私を殺してる。
It can't be both. You had to kill me during the first round if that were the case.
話が早くて助かるよ。
Pleased to see that you have your wits about you.
待て。こっちはあんたの情報をすべて持ってるんだぞ。
Hold on.
突撃してたんだから
Ugh,
分かってるはずだ。
Hold on, if you were eavesdropping, then you should know that we got all your info.
ああ。だから私の取引はこうだ。
Indeed, that's why my proposition is as follows.
ミス・オデット。君は私を指名しないと約束してくれ。さもなければ、このチンピラに君の情報を教える。
Miss Odette, I need you to promise that you won't elect me. If you don't, then I'll tell this little dog here everything I have on you. His expression is deadly serious. I have to stop myself from cracking that smile. The room is as silent as it can be, but not for the reason he's hoping. At long last, Odette shatters the illusion when she bursts out in laughter. What? She follows that up by punching him square in the face, which sent him flying over the opposite side of the hall. Who must weigh over 200 pounds, a true testament to her ridiculous strength. Damn! She is strong. It's like punching queso.
何をする?
Have you lost your mind? She saunters over to him, takes a seat, and laughs right in his face. Only his cheek after that punch, but it looks like to me like his nose took more damage, considering his gushing blood.
笑わせんな。こんなの全然取引になってねえんだよ。
That's your proposition? Give me a break.
なんだと? 今すぐ情報をばらしてもいいんだぞ。そうすれば貴様らは仲間割れに。
So you're fine with me revealing your information. Your little cooperation will crumble right away if I do.
やってみろよ。だが、そうしたら私はお前の家族を全員こいつに殺させる。
Just try it, fatty. Note that I'll have this dog kill your whole family if you do.
はあ?
She punches the floor as her way of telling me to keep my mouth shut.
お前の目論みが成功して仲間割れしたとして、万が一に私が負けてこいつが生き残ったらどうだ。お前の家族が死んだことはなかったことにはならないぞ。
Let's say your little plan works. Did you ever consider the idea of him making through to the end? Your family wouldn't be coming back to life anytime soon if that happened.
家族だけじゃなく、お前の未練も死んじまう。
Hell, not just your family. We'll get you little regret to join them.
貴様、なんて下道な。
You're beyond insane.
黙れよ、クソじじい。
Shut it, you disgusting piece of trash. Stand up and kicks him straight in the gut. Yeah. Gotta say, even I think she's overdoing it a bit.
小物が生きがってんじゃねえ。お前がおとなしく死んどけば何もかもうまくいくんだよ。
You're acting way too big for your boots. I want everything to go nice and smooth. So just give up and resign yourself to death.
取引がしたいってんなら、てめえも私の情報を集めてからだ。私が指名してもちゃんと防御できるようにな。
if you want to make propositions, then make sure you get some real info on me first. Enough to protect yourself if I elect you. Insolent little.
ビジネスマンなら0を1にする交渉じゃなく1を100にする取引をすべきだろ。
A real businessman wouldn't try to make something out of nothing. They'd take something small and turn it into an empire. She grabs him by the collar while she spits on her insults. All he can do is, in response, is close his eyes and turn his head away.
遺言状でも書いてな。意味はなくなっちまうけどよ。
Go write your will or something. Not that anyone else see it after you're gone. Once she finished, she motions for me to go back into the room with her. There is plenty I want to call her out on, but the last thing I want to do is go against her. Like I said before, the type of person who tries to ultimately solve everything through violence. Once we're back in the room, she acts like nothing just happened.
さあ、飯食いに行くぞ。
Anyway, let's go get some grub.
わかったよ。
Right. This woman really is nuts. The mafia might do some shady stuff now and then, but we still have some attachment to society norms. Considering we dip our hands in a regular business to a certain extent. Meanwhile, people like her who live by the rules of the sea lack any such attachments. The realization helped to explain why even a mafioso like myself can be surprised by someone insanity. Even though I didn't get Pronola, I'll get Augusta. Augusta even good. Now, Queen, if you search up Augusta in Wuwa, she's so beautiful. Okay, let me see. I hope it's more beautiful than Pronola. I'm searching. She looks like a goddess. I like her because she looks like a goddess, but my style is basically Pronola. Ro has outright vanished by the time we leave the hotel to go get some food. I actually feel pretty bad when I think about how he's probably spending what little time he has left with his family. That being said, the fact that I'm here enjoying some food and booze despite it all proves how messed up I am too. Once we satisfy our stomachs, Odette hits me with a grinning gaze.
お前、こっそりあいつと接触しようとは思うなよ。
Just to be clear, don't you dare try and contact him in secret, you hear me? This woman has a nerve, like, girl, you don't own me. I can do whatever I want.
死ぬよりも恐ろしい目ってのを私は知ってるからよ。
If you do, then let's just say I know how to make people wish they were dead. She said this like it's a perfect, acceptable topic to bring up during a meal.
ち、分かってるよ。残り2人になるまではこの同盟は続けてやる。
Yeah, we'll keep this alliance going till it's just the two of us left.
なんでお前が上から目線なんだよ。ああ?
Oh, so now you're gonna act like the head honcho, huh? You see what you guys are saying? I'll try my best to get Pronola. Don't worry, I'll send you my luck, Kami-san. Sorry, I can't stay, but just to remind you, you're sure. Get out, Gordon! Get out! She's the queen. She is a queen, Kami-chan. I'm not sure I'm fun size.
分かった。領土だ。殴るなよ。殴ったらロのところへ行くからな。
Come on, you know what I meant. Just don't hit me, alright? I'm gonna go talk to Ro if you do.
それはいい。面白い冗談だ。
Now that's a sense of humor I can appreciate. She lets out a raucous laugh, but I can't tell it's funny. Odette's the kind of person who walks a thin line at all times while making sure that everyone else thinks otherwise. Not that I'm the one to talk when I do the same myself. She says she wants to avoid us both electing role, but another reason she's telling me his regret is because she knows there's a chance he has info on her. The fact that I only realized such a simple truth now proves that I'm still in no position to get the advantage over her. Jumping ship to Roy's side will do more worse than good for me too. So basically, I'm best off remaining her ally.
しかしあんぐらいでかいと殴りがいがあるな。もう一発殴っておけばよかった。
Gotta say, it feels great to smack around big guy like him. Should give him another one for the hell of it.
お前あの時楽しんでただろ。
You were enjoying every moment of that, weren't you?
わかる？命のやり取りをしてるって感じがして最高に気持ちいいんだよ。
Oh, you could tell? Honestly, it's hard to beat the rush you get when you know someone's life is in your hands. You have to be a real dumbass to earn the wrath of someone this insane. Having finished our business, all that left to do is wait for the second round to start. And we're back to Rinka. There's been no progress at all these past few days in regards to divine selection. That's nothing. Wait, I don't get why I need to pick this. What? As for things. Nothing really changed between me and Miharu ever since this whole thing started. That's not true. There's actually been a significant change. I'm referring to the fact that we're both just acting as though nothing changed. As for Naomi, I've been seeing her more and more recently. That's mainly due to my teaching her how to brew coffee for the culture festival. Still boiling water and folded the filter wrong a good number of times, but fortunately, none of our cups have been broken yet. That's likely due to the fact that she's aware how much my grand treasures them, so she takes extra care despite her inherent clumsiness.
今日はもう寝よう。
I as well go to bed. I say this out loud for no reason. From what I remember, I was taken to the dream world at midnight last time. Might as well go to sleep now if that happened again. I glance over to the clock, which it says 11 p.m., and then I shut my eyes. Now we are back. Damn. My queen, search up Queen Yon and tell me if he's hot.
眠っていても関係ないのか。
Let me check. He's not my type, but he does look handsome. He does look handsome. I guess it doesn't matter whether I'm awake or asleep. I find myself in the court of fate once again. As impressive as ever. And as I figure, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm asleep when the time comes. My left is Miharu, and to my right is that middle-aged man. I take a brief glance at both their faces, opting to not engage with either of them. The part of me is afraid of that man. He doesn't seem fazed by the fact that he eliminated someone last time. I can't imagine I remained that stoic, knowing I just stolen someone's future from them. None of the other participants speak to each other. Instead, we allow an oppressive silence to rule in the court.
ごきげんよう。運命の奴隷の皆様。
Good evening, my lovely little slaves to fate. The one to break that silence is none other than that girl we all grown familiar with. She stands in the middle of the court, her posture as elegant as ever. I'm fairly sure she wasn't here when I arrived, and yet she's here now. I assume this is what it feels like if you saw someone teleport in front of you. She actually might be teleporting through, assuming that whole thing about being a goddess is true. I'm better! I'm a better goddess! Not her! It's me!
皆様まだまだお元気そうでございますわね。再び死ぬ実感などまだ湧いてはいないのでしょう。
I see your spirits are still rather high, much to my disappointment. Has the reality of your death yet to hit you? Hearing her speak helps convince me that she's not lying about being a goddess. I am a better goddess! I'm better! You can tell she's looking down on us based on her rudeness, which somehow seems fitting for a goddess. I definitely reevaluate my thoughts on her over this past week. I'm better! Not her!
それでは今宵も選定を始めましょう。
Very well, then allow us to begin tonight's election. She softly announces the beginning of the end.
回れ運命の大時計よ。
Revolve, old clock of fate. Response to her command, the hands on the clock begin to move. The long man hand points at me. What? Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. I want hugs. I'll give you a lot of huggies, Kami. I'll give you a lot of huggies. Yeah, and my queen, Scar's gonna be playable. Yes! I need that man in my life, Kami. I need that man in my life, Kami. Anyhow, I'm happy. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't notice during the first round thanks to my circumstances, but this is basically the method of confirming whether or not a participant wants to elect someone.
私は
I'll pass. Miharu opts not elect anyone as well. The man appointed as number 3 does the same. He's tall and wears a suit. I assume he's European, based on his facial features. That reminds me, how is it determined what we'll be wearing while here? I sincerely doubt he'd be sleeping in a suit, so he's get brought here while awake. Not like what you're wearing at the time. Can't reflex what you'll be wearing here either. The fact that I'm wearing my school uniform despite going to bed in my pajamas proves that it's for Miharu, also in her uniform. The outfit doesn't stand out too much, so I doubt anyone could identify it without taking a picture first. But that doesn't change the fact that info on me is out of the open. I can do anything about it as long as I don't understand how to influence my appearance though. Putting that aside, I take a look at all the other participants again. Out of everyone, numero 12 is the only one who visible distress. Maybe Parka was just acting cynical before. There's no doubt that he'll be elected tonight. I'm sure that's what everyone else is thinking too. There's likely nothing in common between us all other than that juncture of casualty theme Parka mentioned before. Her ages, gender, and nationality all over the place. Wait, there's kid? Wait, no, the first one, he was the bomber. He bombed us. What? I don't understand. The other girl, I've never seen her, so if I'm mistaken, the silver guy is 4, and this girl is 10. Okay. Number 4 and 10 are younger than me. Even both are girls and foreigners from what I can tell. Why did kids as young as them have to die? The fact that I can only come to know the reason through eliminating them is nauseating. Before I know it, the clock hands makes their way around to numero, if I'm not mistaken, Number 11 is a tall woman built almost like a sports athlete. Not only are her legs nice and long, but her chest is sizable as well. Dude, why you need to mention that? Rinka, why you need to mention that? You can tell there's no way in the world that she's Japanese based on her looks. I'm normally jealous of tall people because of my height, but even I know it's impossible for me to ever look like that. Rinka, why are you snitching? Why are you snitching? Be proud of your size. Okay, be proud of it. Her chest. Oh my god, poor Sato. Or hold on. A claw hand stopped in front of her. That's me! Hello! Hello, readers! My name is Miss Wicked. I play anime games, PvP, and horror games. Right now we're playing Fatal 12. It's like a mystery murder game, I guess. Of course, I don't look. Oh my god. Bite. Rink. Size Rinka. A slap. Stop eating people. Fantastic. How was your live stream? Corsa, thank you for the shout out. What did you play? I feel like our eyes met all of a sudden, and probably because I've been staring at her for so long. Yeah, you creepy. Rinka, you being creepy. I avert my eyes immediately. I don't know why, but my instincts are telling me to fear her. Yeah, because she's staying. Went as well as COD can go. Call of Duty. Ooh. You got some wins? She's not normal. Not just because of her build. There's something fundamentally different between her and regular people like me. It's different kind of fear than the one I feel in relation to numeral 13? Yes. No, mentira. It's 12. Numero 12 too. Part of me gets worried that I'm about to be elected, but as I expect, she goes straight for numero. That 12 is screwed. Yeah, it's just gotta work on clipping stuff soon. I know, completely understand. And if you have to go and rest, you know, I completely understand. The smell our hand spins to point towards him. The platform both of them are standing on being emit in all light. After that, the minute hand shifts to numero 12, who simply shakes his head. Looks like he's not electing anyone tonight.
11番様が7番様を指名ですわね。
Numero 11 elects numero 12. Very well. Paka smiles once the longer hands finish making his way around. That's not the face a one should normally make when they know someone is about to be elected. Both of their platforms start to move and gradually rise above us. Same thing happened last time too.
戻ってくるのはどちらか一人。
Only one of them will return. Take my ass off their rising platforms after murdering that. Doesn't take long for them to finish. Also, as I expect, it's the woman who returns. She reports the results to Parka, her expression one of obvious displeasure.
5番の使命な。最後まで小物かよ。またジジイだしよ。
I got numero 5's name. That damn geezer was a wuss right into the end. Numero 5 looks like the oldest of all of us. He's mostly likely Japanese. He looks like Wyatt. Hi, Wyatt. He doesn't react when she mentioned that she learned his name, although he might just be feigning indifference. In fact, the woman seems to be more transparent with her emotions than him. She's the complete opposite of numero 12 when he elected and eliminated someone. While he displayed no emotion at all, she openly annoyed. But deep down, she seems to be enjoying this. She reminds me of a kid who gets angry when they lose a game. She particularly enjoy the experience.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名。これをもって選定を終了といたしましょう。
Tonight's session resulted in one elimination. I bid you all farewell for now. I want some more time to observe things here, but Harka brings an end to tonight's round without a moment's hesitation. Unlike the first round, I come away from this one having learned a lot more. Fortunately, the only serves to give me an even worse feeling about the days to come. By the time Odette eliminates Ro, morning has come. I can't even remember whether I was awake or asleep when we got taken into the dream. It's partially due to the fact that I didn't take the time difference between here and Japan into account, but from now on I should make sure to remain more alert on Sundays. Once we got ready to leave, we called on a room service to bring us some breakfast.
でよ、結局ロの未練は何だったんだ?
So in the end, what's Ro regret?
なんだ、まだ予想がついてなかったのか。お前が自分で言ってたんだぞ。
Figure you have known by now. You even mentioned it yourself.
は? 俺がか?
I did. And drink some water. I did. I think back to my previous suggestions, albeit without much confidence.
やっぱり愛人関係なのか?
So it has something to do with his lover.
まあいいか。それじゃ全く気づいてないみたいだし。
Oh boy, you really don't have a clue. She gulps down the rest of her Americano before continuing. Gotta say, she really likes espresso-based drinks, doesn't she?
犬だよ。
Dog related.
犬?
Dog.
犬ってあの犬だよな.
You don't mean.
ああ。だが、あの愛人が飼ってた犬ってわけじゃねえ。
Yes and no. A dog, but not his lovers.
あいつは犬と一生を共にしたかったんだ。子犬から育てて、成犬になれば友人になり、最後を見とる。
He wanted to raise one, to be there for it as a pup, to become best friends with it as it grows older, and to be by its side during its last moments.
ありふれた経験だが、得難い経験でもある。
Sounds mundane, but a few people are able to experience something like that.
犬ごときが未練になるもんかね。
Part of me finds it hard to believe that someone can have that much regret over a dog.
人それぞれだろうに。お前の国でもペットを飼うのは普通だろ。
Come on, everyone has their own priorities. Ain't it normal to have a pet or two where you are from?
俺の国ではな。
Where am I from, huh? I'm not fond of having to talk about myself, so I try to shift topics.
ところで、なんでそれが分かったの?
Mind if I ask how you figured that out?
お前が愛人のところに犬がいるって言っていたのを聞いてピンときたんだ。もしかしてってな。
I thought it might be the case when you mentioned that his lover had a dog on her own.
んで調べてたら、ローの妻が犬アレルギーだったって判明した。そりゃ飼えないわけだ。
Did a bit of thinking after that, and bingo, turns out his wife has a dog allergy, so no surprise he couldn't own one. Those every last being on his personal life after that. Parents who lived in the countryside had a dog back when he lived with them during his youth. That dog was killed in a traffic accident though. Family refused to get another pet after that, since the sudden shock that came from losing it was too much from them. That led to the birth of Rose's great regret.
今度こそちゃんと死を見とってあげたいってな。
He wished he could be there for his family dog final moment.
気持ちだけなら分からないでもないな。
At least he likes pets though.
ってのは俺は理解できないけどさ。
I can get where he's coming from, but I just can't imagine it turning into your life's biggest regret. Scott in response, believe it or not, but this brute actually has a soft spot for animals. Hell, her ultimate regret might be a dog related as well. Not like you can keep a pet when you're always out at sea. Either way, this discussion moved away from Rose shortly after that. For the course of his life, he kept too busy and he was too financially unstable to own a pet. And once he got married and settled down, he discovered that his wife had a lot of allergies. Guests will never know whether or not he convinced his lover to get a dog because of that, or if he went with her because she already owned one. Hell, she could just been some lady and she hired to look after his sick. Odette, the only one with those answers now. Oh well, probably shouldn't concern myself with someone who's been eliminated.
ニュースはどうなった？
What did News have to say about him? The goddess said that anyone eliminated during divine selection will have their reversal of their deaths undone. Not only that, but any events linked to that period of time will also be undone.
俺、自分で見ろ。
See for yourself. She flings her smartphone across the table to me in response. I don't even need to browse the web on her reaction, so I gave a casual glance toward the screen before handing it back.
2週間前、中国の有名企業の役員が会議中に脳梗塞で突然死。
2 weeks ago, this guy's still talking. 2 weeks ago, an executive for a well-known Chinese corporation suffered a stroke during a meeting and died. Yeah, sounds about right.
ところでよ、あの運命の大広間とやらの上はどうなってるんだ？指名の時、上に行ってただろ？
Speaking of which, you were taken upon about the core and fate when you elected role, right? Like up there. Starting to find myself curious about how the election process works.
ちーと説明が面倒だが、まあ教えておいた方が今後はいいか。
Well, it's a bit of a pain to explain, but I guess it'll be worth it for you know down the road. Doesn't seem too sure at first, but she decided to take the time to give me a primer. And a pretty long primer at that, even for someone who talks as much as she does. The platform both Odette and Ro were standing on began to rotate, as they were raised above the core of fate. Upon reaching a certain height, they stopped ascending. The layout of the upper area was similar to the lower tantrum, but parts of it felt different somehow. Goddess displaying her usual wary smile had made her own accent before the participant could blink.
それでは指名をどうぞ。
To proceed. Sorry. After ascending, all the cards in Odette's possessions sprang out from her book at once. A strange light surrounded them, masking both their number and contents from everyone's view except Odette's.
なんだ、言えばいいんだな、こいつの情報を。
So, do I just say what info I have on him out loud?
貴様
You wretched wench!
あなた様のお好きなようにカードを宣言してくださいまし。
Do as you please with the cards in your possession. Odette's eyes scanned across the card in front of her. She currently had 9 cards, including her own. Among them were 3 specific cards she needed to read out loud. Brushes her fingers against them before speaking.
ローチャンホ。
やめろやめてくれ
Please don't, I'm begging you.
てめえの死因は脳梗塞。
Cause of death, a stroke.
私には家族がいるんだ私が死んだら家族はどうなる貴様はその責任を背負えるのか
She doesn't get 20 bucks. Oh god. You realize that I have a family, don't you? How do you plan to account for them after killing me? Doesn't get 20 bucks.
まだ間に合う指名をやめなさい金はある私は株も土地も持っている
Cease this nonsense now, and I can recompensate you handsomely. Money, stocks, or even land. You name it, and I can provide it.
とも言えんな。
Christ, you're pathetic.
いくら欲しい？いくらでも出す。私の信用情報ならいくらでも引き出せる。一生遊んで暮らせるぞ。どうする？
Please, I'll give you as much as you want. I'll even give you access to my credit details. You never have to work another day in your life.
こいつの未練は犬だ。
Regret was his dog.
終わりだ。私はおしまいだ。
It's over. It's all over.
金だろうが同情だろうが命の対価にならねえよ。
Sorry, you can't put a price on my life.
何より勝負事で私が妥協するわけないんだよ。
Oh, congrats! Thank you for the resubs. How are you? Banish him to the Shadow Realm. Flannel, do you have mercy when you do this? And more importantly, when it comes to compensation, I'm always in it to win it. Once Odette finished, 3 of her cards floated away from her. After reaching the middle of the Court of Fate, they came together, formed in a triangle shape. Nice knowing ya, geezer. Who knows whether or not he could hear her last words to him. He hung his head in despair, realizing that his fate had been sealed. One by one, Odette's card began to emit a white light.
散りゆく者に福音あれ。
May fortune shine on the departed. That light got brighter and brighter until it eventually blackened the entire area. Then it happened. Brief moment that Odette's vision was blinded by the light enveloping the area, her consciousness was gripped by an unfamiliar scene. Senses were linked to the scene as well. She witnessed a number of old, chubby men, all wearing expensive suits and sitting in the oddly bright room. Their faces were all twisted into expression of boredom. The artificial lighting in the room was almost blinding when it reflected of the documents they had brought along. It was apparent that they were holding some sort of meeting. Well, it was one of the great importance, judging by the tone of their voices. However, she was unable to hear the details of their conversation. Some manner of interference prevented her from doing so. Then, the unexpected struck. All of a sudden, her vision went blurry. Next, her face slammed down on the table with a thud. She was unable to muster the strength to move her body whatsoever. She collapsed down into the floor. The unclear voices were now clearly being directed towards her. Eventually, her consciousness faded as she lost all bodily sensation. A stream of memories floated. All manner of people were talking to her, but it was impossible to make out a single word they were saying. Regardless, the sense of disconnect she felt at the moment made it clear what was going on. There were Rose's memories. Memories of the moment he died, engraved upon his very soul. As he drew his last breath, Rose thoughts were on his dog that died when he was young. OBS is just acting stupid. I'm gonna keep proceeding. If anybody can hear me? Let me know if anybody can hear me. Okay. I'll keep proceeding because I see the live stream pretty well, but if anybody's there, you know, yes. Take your time about it while we descend.
選択肢ねえじゃねえかそれ。
Ain't much of a choice, is it? Well, she had imagined this outcome. The fact that she was so on the money left her visibly annoyed. Following that, both her and Parka returned to the lower level of the Court of Fate. Well. I tried to imagine everything she just explained to me. Basically, you're forced to experience the same death as those you elect.
嫌な気分だぜ。パルカってのはあんな顔してひどいやつだ。
Man, that's freaky. That Parka girl sure is a cruel despite appearance.
そうか、なかなかにスリルがあったけどよ。
You think? I found the whole thing pretty exciting. Response, I make sure to sigh loudly enough for her to hear it. Babbling on without a care in the world, though.
んなことより、日本入りするぜ。
More importantly, we're heading to Japan next.
結局行かなきゃいけないから早い方がいいってことだな。
Might as well.
俺もそう思っていた。
This guy. Might as well, considering we need to get there at some point.
それに、あんたが取得したカードの主はどうやら日本人だったな。相当なジジイだったと思うが。
Fuck you. Anyway, it's an especially good time to go on. Oh my god. Well, with that new car you got belonging to a Japanese guy and all, a super guy at that.
そういうことだ。よし、食ったら出るぞ。
Yep, let's head out after we finish this grub. It finally feels like the second round over now that we're decided our next move. Washing down the last flaky bits of my croissant with some milk, I stand up and get ready to leave. Well, I'm gonna leave it up to here. And at least save it as well as here.